guys, welcome back to the channel for today's Stitch with me. This was going up a little bit later than normal. It's on the right day, but obviously later than normal. Yeah, what a week this week's been already. Grab your project, grab your drink, sit with us and I'll tell you all about it. Well, it started on Monday. Just bad luck really. Ellie decided to slip and fall and her left leg slid away from her while her right one went underneath her, and she actually landed full force on her right ankle under her bottom, and oh my goodness, it ballooned instantly. So we brought her in, packed it with ice. I kept an eye on her for half an hour or so, and then I think it was just she needs to go to A&E, which, just in case you're not familiar, because I know not all my subscribers are in the UK, that's the accident and emergency room. So we were there just around 12 o'clock-ish. Oh my days, we didn't leave till like near 5 o'clock that evening. That was a long day, shall we say. She had to go in to be seen by, I think they're called like the triage nurse or whatever, and he had a look at it and he's like, right, okay, well obviously we need an x-ray. So then we were escorted to the x-ray room. She had an x-ray and then we were escorted back to the triage accident and emergency, waited for him, and he called us through. And he said, I'll be honest, I didn't think she'd broke it. When I first saw her and took a look at it and whatever, he says, I didn't think she broke it. He said, but I can tell you now she's done a good job. She's got something that's called a triplane fracture. And it's something to do with 3 individual fractures in the bones that connect down to the ankle. It's quite an unstable fracture apparently, which I didn't know till today. So he escorted us down to the plaster room. She got a soft cast, which I've never heard of before, but you know, I've never had a cast. Even when I broke my ankle, it was fine. They left it as it was, just no weight bearing. And apparently it's something to do with fiberglass, but she had a cast put on just below the knee, down to her ankle, and they cut a window out the front to apparently allow for swelling. I mean, it was already swollen to high heaven as it was, but you know, just in case it swelled some more. And then I was given a leaflet saying that I would have a virtual fracture clinic appointment, which was a phone call yesterday. She rang, asked how things were, is she keeping off her foot, you know, the general questions. It was, yeah, she's, you know, I keep telling her to sit her bum down, but she keeps getting up. She's got ants in her pants, that one. Anyway, she says, is it alright if you bring her back tomorrow? She says, we'll need to do another x-ray just to make sure it is still where it's supposed to be and nothing has shifted. So I was like, yeah, okay, what time? 9:45 this morning. So, and yesterday it was just too busy here for me to have done a video. I mean, Ellie's had tears and, you know, the general, it aches or hurts. So she's been topped up with ibuprofen. And then this morning, when she said about coming for an appointment this morning, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do a video until I got back. So here we are. The appointment was 9:45. We got home near 1 o'clock. It's all good fun. And what they've done today, we turned up this morning and the doctor I spoke to said, look, I know she's, you know, been through enough. She's had a cast put on, but I want Ellie to have a CT scan. I was like, right, okay. A bit confused, but all right. He said apparently, what no one's explained to me already is when you have a triplane fracture of the ankle, the bones have a tendency to slip, so they can shift out of place. So they have to keep a close eye on it, and if it has happened, they need to, you know, perhaps operate or whatever. So we then had to go and wait outside the CT room for a CT scan. We had that done, went back. We had to sit and wait for the doctor again. And when he came in, he says, right, okay, CT scan looks good. Everything is as it should be. What I'm referring her for now is to have the cast removed and have one above the knee, much to Ellie's delight, not. Apparently it's just for extra stabilisation, just purely because these bones do have a tendency to slip in people her age. Something to do with the bone structures are still growing or forming or something, I don't know. So she's now in almost a full leg cast. The only bonus is she got to choose the colour. He held out a whole slide of colours for her. She chose blue. No, not blue, purple. Because the blue that they got was too dark. Because her favourite colour is blue. But she said, no, I like a lighter blue. All right then. So she's gone purple. And so have her toes. And so has the bottom of her foot. She said there was a bit of relief when they took the first cast off. It's nice though, letting the fresh air get into it. But so now she can't bend her leg at all. They've casted it not completely straight, he said, because that would just be uncomfortable. You'd end up dragging it to the bathroom when you're up and about. So they've kind of semi-bent her leg and then casted it. I don't know. Then we had to wait like 10 minutes or so for that to dry. And then we had to get her dressed. She went in her pyjama bottoms because they're the only things we could get over the cast. Is it aching? Yeah. She's struggling. She is struggling. But she said when she had the first cast on Monday, it actually eased the pain for her a little bit. I suppose that's because it stabilised it for her. You know, there was none of the movement she'd had, like on the way to the hospital and stuff. But she's now in cast for 4 to 6 weeks. I've got to go for another... I've got to take her for another x-ray in a week or so. I'll get an appointment through the post anyway. And that'll be just another quick x-ray, make sure it's still in the right place and it hasn't slipped. But I kind of think she'd probably know if it had slipped. I imagine that would be painful. And they've said she's got to have her leg raised for 90% of the time, which is driving her nuts as well. Ellie's not one of these type of people that likes to sit still for long. So I'm now her gopher. Go for this, go for that. I know she'd rather be doing it herself. But it is what it is. Unfortunately for Ellie, she just didn't realise that moss is slippy when you land on it. Because she decided to hop off the curb onto this moss, and her left leg just, wow, went away from her. And then, like I said, she fell full force onto her right ankle. She actually sat on it. I'm surprised it hasn't bruised. It's funny really, because it was only a couple of weeks ago that we were actually talking about broken bones, weren't we, Ellie? And Ellie said, these were Ellie's words. She said to me, I'm the only person in the house to not have broken a bone. She isn't. Riley was in a cast, but they decided afterwards that he hadn't broke it, so But she said, I'm the only one to not have broke a bone. Well, she jinxed it. Well and truly. You won't say that again, will you? No.
I'm not saying it.
No. She is in pain, bless her, but we keep giving her ibuprofen. It's the only thing we can do, really. She's not been sleeping particularly well either. Obviously, you know, it's awkward. She can't roll over. She can't really do anything. So it's a lot of pampering for the next 6 weeks or so. But it all looks good, so, you know. So that has been the highlight of my week so far. This week's going well already. Even worse for Ellie. She's spending a lot less time upstairs now because getting up the stairs, oh my gosh, last night was funny. Because I have to take her crutches when she gets to the stairs, and then she has to bum shuffle up all the stairs to the top. And when she's finally got there and she finally gets stood up and onto the landing, you can hear her puffing away. It's like she's done a full workout. Said she'll have Arnold Schwarzenegger muscles by the time she's out of her cast. Especially her left leg. But there was an awful lot of children in that fracture clinic with casts on arms and legs and... Oh dear. But she's in good health, just not, you know, pain-free. And she doesn't like having a leg up either. She's already bothering me about Sharpies, because everyone can write on this cast. You going to write on it yourself, Al? You don't know. She messaged one of her friends, like just a general, oh, by the way, hi, I broke my ankle. He thought she was joking. He says, you're joking, right? So she sent him a picture of her leg. No. What did he say after that? I forgot. Was he laughing? Oh, yeah. He turned round and he says, guess what I can do that you can't? And Ellie was like, go on. He sent her a picture of his feet walking. Oh, dear.
That's cool.
Yeah. And the crutches, because she hasn't got the underarm ones. I'm not sure why. I don't think they've got too many of them. So she's got the, well, I think what they call the elbow crutches. So it's just the hand support and the ring thing that goes around your arm. And they're not the best for when you need, you know, to stay off one foot completely. So she, bless her, she's got blisters like starting on her hands. So I've told her, stay off your crutches as much as you can today. Give your hands a break. Because the trip around the hospital was, yeah. If it wasn't for the trip to the CT room, which was kind of a few 100 yards up the corridor, she would have been all right just in the fracture clinic and it wouldn't have been so bad. But so yeah, I have got some little this is really funny. When I broke my ankle and I had them crutches, I crocheted myself some little hand covers that went on the hand grip, but they need cleaning because they've been on my crutches under the stairs for, well, I broke my ankle in 2018, so that says it all. So 3 years this year since I've done mine, nearly. So yeah, they've been stuck on my crutches and they need cleaning, so I'll put them on for her as well. Who's that on about?
Year 6.
Who's the year 6? Oh, Isabel. Which Isabel? There was 2 Isabels.
The one that's in my class.
Oh. The one that was always crying. Yeah, okay. She's broke her ankle as well.
Yeah.
Wow. When was that?
I don't know. On Friday.
Wow.
She was walking to school and someone accidentally got in her way and she tripped over.
Oh no.
So it's not the only one.
Not at the moment.
It's good fun.
Yeah, she was just showing me she's had a text message from her friend. And apparently someone else that she used to be at school with broke her ankle on Friday. So it's a good week all around for everybody, I think.
So bad. Oh, my sleep.
By the way, I'm working on my animal kingdom. I think you guys already know that, but...
Not really yours.
No, but I'm working on it. It'll be Kelly's when I've finished. And I'm working on this just because I'm still trying to play catch up, especially with having been down the hospital for the last couple of days with Ellie. I'm even further behind now.
Don't blame me for that one.
I had a good day on Sunday with the cross stitch, and I thought, you know what, I'll go and get their grocery shopping done, come straight back home, and then I'll get back on the cross stitch. But no, Ellie had other ideas. I said to her, she's only jealous. She says, what of? I said, you just wanted to outdo my broken ankle, didn't you? She sure did. At least mine, I only ripped the tendon off the bone and, you know, it took a piece of bone with it. No, she had to fracture it 3 times. It's not a competition, you know, Elle. Feels like it. No, I'm not going to try and outdo you. You have got no chance. I remember the pain from mine.
Mom.
Yeah.
You haven't mentioned the fact where he kept getting out of bed at night.
Yeah, because she has to have her bedroom door shut. She shouts Riley to get out of bed because she needs a wee. And I can't hear her with the bedroom door shut. So Riley will come in, wake me up, and then I have to get up and help her off the toilet. It's going to be even worse now she's got a full leg cast on. She can't even sit properly on the toilet, never mind. This is going to be fun.
Can't wait to get it off.
You've only just got it on. Suck it up. Well, you will do these things.
Yeah.
All I get from her is, well, I wasn't to know the moss was going to be slippy. Well, I just kind of thought everyone knew that anyway, you know. But I wasn't expecting her to hop off the curb as she did, or otherwise I would have told her. Bless her. Oh, she was plastered in mud and moss and, you know, other stuff that's on the floor. Yeah.
Did I can't remember his name. Whoever it was that put the cast on.
Yeah.
He was nice.
He was, yeah, bless him. He kept talking to her, making sure she was okay, and, you know, that the cast wasn't too tight or anything, and...
Well, I mean, that's kind of what it's there for, to be honest.
I know. But it was hilarious because they wet the cast. It looks like a bandage now, not like it used to when I had a cast on, when I was young. It was just a plaster of Paris, bog standard, you know, thing. Now it looks like a bandage that you wet and then that sets and becomes hard. And while it's setting, it's wet, it's sticky. So because they have to wear gloves, you're just listening to them peel their gloves off her several times. It's quite funny. Yeah, and Ellie's got a purple foot as well. The dye came off the bandage as he was obviously wrapping it. And it's all over her toes. It's on the underneath of her foot.
It might be on a leg when you take it off.
No, because they cover the leg. When they do a cast, they cover your leg in cotton wool first. Yeah.
So that one, there's anything on a leg.
No, it's just her foot and her toes. But she's got to have her leg raised even when she's in bed as well. So there is a pillow now in the bottom of Ellie's bed, which she doesn't find very comfortable, I don't think.
So better than the blanket.
Well, yeah, at first I rolled her up a blanket and she said, no, Mum, that's quite... Even though she can't feel it, she's got a cast on. Apparently it's hard. So I had to fish around for a spare pillow last night and I folded that in half. Was it better? Yeah.
And Mum, what was going to say, when Ellie puts her foot on something like now, she shouldn't really feel it for her cast since
I've got the hiccups. No.
Her cast's really hard. This one.
I've got the hiccups at the moment, but you shouldn't see the camera or anything moving because you're actually attached to the frame. So even though the frame's moving, you guys don't see that. So hopefully. And where was I? Is that it? Yes. Hello, Luna. Yeah, she's been outside. Have you shut the back door then, Ray?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah, go and shut it 'cause it's not very... Considering we're in May. You know, the start of summer is next month. You wouldn't think it was. The amount of rain and the cold. And honestly, when me and Ellie went to the hospital on Monday, by the time we came out, it was chucking it down. And the lady nurse said to us, I'm going to have to take you out the other way because the entrance to drop off A&E is flooded. And when we went outside, it looked a mess. I missed that. One of the pipes coming down from the roof was just flowing out, but not at the bottom. It was actually flowing out where the two pipes have joined halfway up, and you could see them trying to rectify the situation. So they were trying to dislodge the pipe because obviously there's a blockage in the pipe. And as he dislodged it, a massive chunk of mud fell out, and then the water just went everywhere. Everyone just ran back really quick. It was hilarious. So yeah, we got a bit wet waiting for the taxi home. She only wants to go out because the door's shut. As soon as you open the door, she'll want to come back in again.
No, Mum, she was rubbing her gums on the
box.
She was just going...
Her gums are obviously itching then.
Right up against the box.
Our cat Luna has gingivitis. So her gums, her gums itch. That was noisy. Her gums itch quite a lot, so she rubs them on everything and anything. So I said to the kids, if you don't want to rub her gums on it, don't leave it out.
Well, down here, she
I think I've done that one.
And she does go upstairs, she comes right back down and then
yeah,
she'll
I must have.
gums on something down here.
Yeah.
So,
no, I haven't.
Put something upstairs and put her gums on it.
It will do. It's because you need time off it now.
Unless the item's soft, then we don't have to take it upstairs.
The lady in the cast room on Monday commented about how long Ellie's nails were. She was quite shocked. And I says, well, only a few months ago, a certain young lady used to like to bite her nails, so she had none. I said, so she's gone from one extreme now to the other. To practically no nails, down to like inch long. Only the problem with that, I told her they need shortening and shaping better. She said no, but they keep snapping off, so I think she's learning there's going to be no choice.
I said you can do it, but you have to paint them.
You broke your leg, not your hands.
You can still paint your nails.
No, she always tells me she can't. She can't paint her right hand with her left. It takes a lot of practice.
I'm not left-handed, that's why.
I'm not left-handed. I used to do mine. Just takes practice, that's all.
I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Oh, my coffee's probably freezing by now.
Hot chocolate.
I'll make you one shortly.
Can you give me one too, Mum?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Told you. I'm the maid. The skivvy.
What are you on for tea?
I don't actually know. Because I never looked before I left this morning, so... It has been a very, very eventful couple of days. The best of it was I started to go shopping on Tuesday because I hadn't managed to get it done on Monday.
I mean, you could have got it done Monday, but you'd have to go after 5 o'clock.
No thanks. It was, it's weird, but sitting in somewhere like a waiting area of a hospital or the doctors or whatever, and you're sitting there for hours on end, it's tiring. Do you know what I mean? It's just, even though you're not doing anything, it's tiring. So there was no chance of me doing the shopping when I got back home. None. So I had to go and do it Tuesday morning. Oops. So has anyone had a better week than I have? Or Ellie? You know, what have you guys been up to? Anything exciting? Mine wasn't exciting, it was eventful, but not exciting. Apart from that, it's all been quiet. You know, apart from running around after Ellie. She'd only just got, like, going to the toilet by herself. She'd only just got the hang of that. And now she's got to try it all again because she's got a full leg cast on. So it's going to be a bit different for her.
Getting in and out of the taxi was hard.
Oh, yeah. We got in the taxi to come home, and the way she got in, she got her foot stuck under the passenger chair. She's such a wally.
Not my fault then, did it?
She says, I'm not going to be able to get out, Mum. I says, oh, you are? I said, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. So we pulled up outside. I gets out, goes round. I says, right, swivel your bum towards me. Leave your leg where it is and swivel. She did, but she got stuck, so I practically ended up dragging her out the taxi. That was just, oh my goodness. I bet the neighbours were having a right good laugh. But we did it. We got her out. And then I've only got to go and do it all again next week. This is just crazy, isn't it? I keep my kids home to keep them safe, and then Ellie goes and does that. So she's not safe at home or at school. Pretty much. My brother asked me why they'd changed it from a below the knee to an above the knee cast. And I said because they want to make sure it's perfectly stable and safe. And he just joked, why don't they put her in a full body cast? Yeah, I can imagine that. That would be fun. Not. No, not a chance. I'm hoping to have enough stitching done by the weekend, you know, so I'll have something to show, but it's a bit hard, you know. Ellie, not that she's crying a lot, I don't mean it like that, but like she gets upset because it starts hurting or aching, and you know, and then I'm up and about saying to her, lifting her leg, lowering her leg, wherever. So my stitching has taken a bit of a knock. I have got some done, you know. She wants the telly when I finish my video, so I'll be able to get some done then.
Do you know what he said?
No, what?
He said the one way to fix the ankle is beans.
Beans?
I don't get it.
No.
Do you get one? Ellie's laughing a bit.
Oh. And then our questionnaires have arrived from our local council to do with them being off school. So we've got to fill them in and send them back by the allotted date, which I haven't opened and looked what the date will be. I need to do that.
Oh yeah, he said just get a needle and inject beans.
Tired, aren't you, Elle?
I've never got out of bed so fast.
When?
Huh?
When?
This morning.
Oh yeah, I did say to her last night, look, we've got an appointment at 9:45. I need to get you up, changed, dressed, whatever. Breakfast, teeth, and we need to be out the door by at least 9:15. No later than. So she was ready in 45 minutes and the taxi was here within 5. It's all good. I just didn't realise we were going to have such a long stay.
I thought it was just going to be an X-ray and get out.
Yeah, so did I, but from what he said, it needed the CT scan.
Can you give it a rub? To be honest, Mum, I thought you were only going to be back in like...
I didn't think we'd be as long as we were, but...
I thought you were going to be like an hour, but you're like...
Yeah, he wasn't actually sure, the doctor we spoke to, whether he could get her a CT scan today. He said, I'm going to try. I've just done that in the wrong place. Yeah, he said, I'm going to try, but if not, it'll be for another day. You'll have to bring her back. He said, just sit here, sit tight, and I'll find out.
CT scan's pretty cool.
I know it is. He came back 10 minutes later and said, okay, she can have a CT scan today. If you head down there, does she need a sedative? And I looked at her. Nah, she'll be all right. It's not an MRI. It's like a relaxant to stop you panicking. With an MRI is different, I'd understand it, but it's only a CT.
What's an MRI?
That's what I explained to you. The CT is a donut, as they called it.
Mm-hmm.
And an MRI is a tunnel.
Oof, no.
And you're lying in the tunnel. No, I didn't like it either. I'd rather have had a CT. Really, Luna, cat breath. She's sitting right over my shoulder cleaning.
Happens all the time. She says you're welcome.
Yeah, I know.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to make this video too long just because today's like flying by already. And, you know, I've got 2 hot chocolates to make. The orders are already piling in. Careful.
For you and Ellie, you can call
Can't
it.
really put it down.
Yeah.
For you and Ellie, you can call it a hospital bar.
Mm.
It's more comfortable when it's up.
It would be. Because you actually got the weight of it when you've got it down. Oh, no, nearly put that in the wrong place as well. Time we on? 35. Right, okay. I'm going to let you guys go. I've filled you in on my adventure for this week.
More of my adventure.
Hey.
More of my adventure.
Yep. Oh, I'm in the wrong place again. Wally. Right, okay, guys. I'm going to... Hang on, where am I? There. Don't know why I'm meant to be down here. Oh, come on. I'll pop that back out. Right, okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for listening. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll catch you on Sunday for my floss tube. Bye, guys.